know, over the course of my life, I figured out something. For some reason, I am a slow learner. You might call me not the sharpest tool in the shed. You might call me dumb, I don't know. But for some reason, sometimes I learn lessons very slowly. Hopefully you're not like me. My son, I'm really hoping is not like me, because just recently he started doing this thing where he'll look at Tasha and I and he'll walk over to a wall and he'll just beat his head on the wall. We don't know why, we don't know where he came up with it, but he does. He just beats his head on the wall. And we keep thinking, hey kid, when are you gonna realize that when you beat your head on the wall, it hurts and you shouldn't do it the next time? But he just does it over and over again. When I look back at my life, I see these patterns. I see where I spent a whole lot of my life pouring into something or trying to fill my life up with something. Sometimes it was girls, sometimes it was friends, sometimes it was sports, sometimes it was styles, and all kinds of different things. That's not even close to all of them. But what I did was I was looking for something to fill myself, to satisfy myself, and nothing worked.
I think for me, going from junior high to high school to college, there wasn't really any relationship with God. It was more of, yeah, I know you're there, I'm scared of you, don't send me to hell for all the wrong stuff that I did. But there was never any feeling of love, or I could be loved, or anything like that. And
you know, I grew up a church kid. From the time the church opened, my dad was there, he was the minister, I was there all the time. And it wasn't until I was 15 that I finally went to a Bible study, and I realized that my life is not ever going to be filled up, ever going to be satisfied by anything apart from Jesus. And so it was at the point that I realized it didn't matter where I was from or what decisions I had made, good or bad, but God loved me regardless. It's kind of like the story in Luke 16, story of the prodigal son. There's a dad and two sons, and it should really be called the prodigal dad, because what that story is about an amazing amount of love that a dad had for his son. It's the kind of love that God has for you and for me.
That really didn't change until one Sunday, after I'd been coming to New Hope for a while and really digging into my trying to have a relationship with Jesus. I was sitting in the pew one morning singing the invitation, and I remember hearing the lyric, or singing the lyric, God, I'm desperate for you, and I can't breathe without you. And at that moment, those words had never been truer for me. And I distinctly remember God just filling my soul up with something that rang so clear. And it was, John, I love you. I know what you pulled in junior high and high school, and the decisions you made in college, and that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is right here and now, is that I love you and desire to make you new, to make you a new creation. Spend life with me, and we'll get better. And so I made a decision to get baptized, and from that point on, I've been trying to live as a new creation. I slip and fall and make stupid decisions every day, but the cool thing about it is I know without a shadow of a doubt that God is right here with me every single step of the way, saying, it's okay, let's get up and move closer to who I want you to be. And that's the point of this week. If you're sitting there right now, I want you to know that God is here, and He's in this room among us, and that He knows all the stuff that you're dealing with, all the stuff that you've done, and He still loves you no matter what. I love that phrase, no matter what.
And it's really cool when we finally come to understand that it doesn't matter who we are. It doesn't matter what you walked into this weekend with, as far as baggage or decisions that you made last weekend or yesterday. None of those things matter to God, because God loves you the same today as He will tomorrow, and as He did yesterday. It's amazing. And so our prayer for you this weekend is that you come to see that God's love never changes, and that He loves you so much. So spend some time this weekend diving into that, falling in love with Jesus even more.
So this week, I hope that you take the time to hear from God and know that He loves you despite all the nonsense, and He desires to make you into something new. Yes, we're going to fall short and we're going to mess up, but the point is that God is here among us, and He wants to make you into something new and to better. So I hope you hear from God and He speaks to you this week.